My name is Richard Garnett. I'm from EasyServe Wisdom Systems, and we're the manufacturers of the transfer system and suppliers of the components that go into these closed transfer containers. It's currently in use in Central and South America. It's extensively used in Australia, where approximately 90% of all chemical delivered to farms is delivered in systems very similar to these, with the same connection system to reduce the amount of plastic waste generated and to improve the health and welfare of operators. Wisdom Systems has been working very closely with Frontier Agriculture, who sit in the perfect position between the agrochemical manufacturers and the farmers, and have been invaluable in generating a great deal of interest in this type of packaging to make the transport and use of agrochemicals much simpler and much safer.
Frontier are really proud and glad to be working with Richard Garnett of Wisdom Systems on this exciting project. Both businesses fully understand and appreciate the benefits that it can bring to a number of different parties in the industry. The growers, who are wanting a clean, safe and fast operation when they're filling the sprayers, and certainly the corporate businesses that are very closely now looking into their sustainability goals and the reduction of plastics and how their crops and food is produced for them. We've spoken to many growers. All of them are saying to us that they're wanting a quicker and an easier system of loading products into their sprayers. They're wanting a safer way of loading products into the sprayers, and certainly that corresponds to a lot less manual handling.
Before we used the Wisdom transfer system, we were putting everything through the induction hopper, emptying the cans. The great advantage with the Wisdom system is you're not coming in contact with the chemical or the concentrate in any form from the minute you connect it to the minute you take it off. And you fill up faster, it's a quicker turnaround, and you haven't got all the washing out of all the containers.
One of the other benefits of the Wisdom systems is a much reduced possibility and chance of any contamination into the environment.
This is the 850 Festran that's been produced by Wisdom Systems, and we have on here a connector, which is the coupler, which connects directly with the valve in the container that's pre-fitted. We then have a very accurate flow meter to measure the chemical as it flows through the flow meter, and a control valve here to regulate the flow. This is a micromatic drum valve. This valve is fitted into the container at this point. It has a long dip tube with a bellows foot on the bottom, and this foot locates right in the base of the container at the lowest part.
We've seen in the past how the seed industry and fertilizer industry has moved into 600 kilo, 1,000 kilo bags, but the industry that supplies products for the growers is still very much around a 20 litre and less. So Frontier and the suppliers that we're working with certainly see the future being more towards larger containers that can be refillable and recyclable.
There's a very clear split between closed transfer systems for up to 20 litre containers, because you can invert those and place them upside down to empty. Beyond the 20 litre measure, we need to go to a different system, because any larger containers cannot be safely picked up and inverted to empty them.
This option has suited us. We're quite happy with buying our chemicals, etc. in 1,000 litres. It's just so much easier. From stress on the operator is fantastic with the IBC, because A, you're not twisting with your wrist to open all the cans, you're not bending down from the floor to pick it up, to put it in, you're not carting boxes backwards and forwards. The system has totally transformed how we fill our sprayer.
Of course, using an IBC also uses less plastic as well. To give it some sort of context, if you're using a 600 litre IBC, that equates to 20 grams of plastic per litre, whereas if you're using a 10 litre can, that is 40 grams of plastic per litre. But that 600 litre IBC is based on a one-time use. If you can use that IBC over a 5-year period in terms of a refill and redeliver, that goes down a number of factors again. So because of this, there's some great environmental benefits in using an IBC, and even more so with a refillable and reusable IBC.
To me personally, this has been a journey of almost now 30 years to bring this type of technology onto farms across Europe, and particularly here in the UK. And with Frontier's great input, we've now got a way of bringing the containers from the manufacturers directly to farms and returning those containers back through the same process.
Whenever we put an IBC onto a farm, at the end of the season or whenever the IBC is empty, one phone call and we'll come and lift those IBCs off the farm for you. Frontier are really glad and proud to be at the forefront of this project and leading the further development and rollout into the UK ag industry. We're working closely with a number of suppliers to bring more products into this type of packaging, which more and more farmers are asking us to do. So the future looks bright and we're really excited to be part of it.